selected are taken as part of the music season in December in Music Night. That being said, HCL Concerts has been around for over 21 years. It started in 1998, and the question obviously, it begs the question why a technology company is doing music and is supporting performing arts. So there are two parts to it, and I thought I'll take this opportunity to share this with you. That although it's almost a $10 billion company, we're present in 44 countries across the world, 140 nationalities work with us. But at its core, HCL still remains an Indian company, which is very strongly rooted in Indian ethos of workmanship, of staying close to our roots. And HCL's brand and business philosophy has always been to touch lives. So through technology, we have touched millions of lives across the globe. That being said, there has always been this question in terms of how can we touch lives through some different initiatives. And 21 years ago, 1998, when of course the leaders were discussing and debating this, there was music and performing arts came across as a very natural alternative or an option to support, so that we can take this part of a heritage to a much larger audience, not only in India but outside India also. And of course, a small beginning was made in 1998, and now over the last 2 decades, I would say around 600 artists have played on HCL Concerts platform. We have now gone international. We have concerts which happen in New York and San Francisco. Of course, in India, as Rahul was saying, we present in Delhi, NCR, in Chennai, in Nagpur, Lucknow, Madurai. We soon be launching in Bangalore. So there is a lot of momentum which has come, of course, with support of artists like Rakesh and Purbayan. A lot of momentum has been gained in HCL Concerts. And just to add some more flavor to it, last 2 years back, we have also, we felt that, while we're doing concerts, but eventually, are there more ways for our music are beamed digitally? They're live on our website, of course, for no cost. And hundreds and thousands of people are exposed to this young talent, which is part of Indian culture. And the second technology-based initiative that we launched last year is the HCL Music app. Some of you may have seen it in the App Store and in the Play Store. It's the only classical music app right now in the entire world, which is without any subscription, which is without advertisement, it's completely free. And again, we have music from Rakesh on the app, we have music from Purbayan on the app, and many other maestros. There are close to 5,000 songs on the app now. And of course, a growing catalog. The purpose again is to take Indian classical music to as many people as possible. So there is HCL Concert which we do where the great artists come, young generation, old generation, they all enjoy them. Then we have HCL Digital Concerts where young artists come and people enjoy them. And then there's HCL Music app which is music on the go. You can enjoy it whenever you want. So with that, I would pass on the baton to Rakesh and Purbayan to talk more about the concert we have today in terms of Parampara, Reloaded. It's a very unique concert, but I would request them to please take the stage.
Artist plays first, and then so I'll pick up on the cue from Rohitji. First of all, a big thank you for here and to various stages across the country and hopefully soon internationally. It's my great privilege that I have been sort of part of the HCL family, representing Indian classical music in Delhi, NCR, now in Chennai, and hopefully soon across the shores. My perception of the way forward for our music is that am I audible? I'm audible to all of you.
Yeah.
Do I need the microphone?
No need.
For the camera. Can I just leave it here? Is it good?
Yeah, no problem.
So, if we learn from the West, then the thing that we see is that archiving music, recording music, and spreading music through technology is the most potent force in the present world. It's only appropriate that a technology company brings music to you, because in the present moment music and technology go hand in hand. All our music is amplified, all our music, practically all our music at this point is digital. We make extensive use of technology in the making of music, in the editing of music, in the spread of music digital. So it is only appropriate that a technology company like HCL comes with a platform like the HCL concerts or the HCL digital concerts and brings it to everybody. Secondly, the other thing that HCL Concerts is doing amazingly is that they are connecting generations. As Mr. Kaul just mentioned, on their app there is music from the stalwarts like Pandit Chaurasia or Zakir Hussain or Pandit Rickraj, right down to our generation, and then they are taking it to the next generation by building this platform which is called HCL Digital Concerts. Because when we live in the world today, we must worry about the world tomorrow. That's the only way we can take the today into tomorrow. And that is what is being done amazingly. And because of this whole digital space that exists, it is going to be there for posterity. All the music, all the concerts that we are including this concert today, all of these concerts, if I'm not mistaken, they go live from the proprietary HCL platform. As well as across social media, little snippets are put out there. So a widespread interest, other than the 2,000 people or whatever who will be watching today, this will reach out to a global audience. And this is simply the way to go. As far as Parampara Reloaded is concerned, it's a very interesting name, I think, because we all represent Parampara, Gharana. See, these are words which are synonymous with Indian classical music, because this music has been taught to us by this Guru Shishya Parampara, which is the oral tradition. My Guru has taught me, my Guru has learned from his Guru, and so on and so forth. It's being passed down from generation to generation in a very holistic manner, and it is all word of mouth, oral tradition as it is called. And only now, because of this whole digital age, some of it is archived. So I feel the archiving, and archiving is not recording concerts and putting them on a shelf. Archiving is actually having discourse regarding the kind of music that is being put out there. Archiving is having what you do in your digital platform is to scout for younger talent, who is the emerging talent of today, because the emerging talent of today may or may not be the legend of tomorrow. Maybe, hopefully they will be, some of them will be. And so it is actually archiving the entire process. It is recording and maintaining basically a record of the entire process that our music is propagated. That is what a technology company like, and I love their motto, which is #true to our roots, because we all try to remain true to our roots, and we at the same time try to remain relevant in a global world. So I'm very, very thankful that you members of the media come out in, and this is the other thing about HCL Concerts, is that I don't think they have ever had reason to complain that, oh, we didn't get many people at this concert. So far, all the concerts I've done for HCL Concerts have been sold out. In fact, I remember a particular instance at Kamani when we were performing together, and there was a sort of a stampede outside the auditorium, which is a good thing, which speaks volumes of the way the word gets out as far as this platform is concerned. So I really hope that we take this music, and as I said, I'm privileged that you guys have considered me worthy of being a member of this family of HCL Concerts, and I continue to represent this platform and would happily like to continue to do so. And in the capacity of also looking towards the future, identifying other musicians who are able and willing to take this great tradition forward.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would like to just thank Kaushiki ji, Fazal ji, Sangeet, Gino, being together, and credit goes to HCL again for bringing us. We have done a lot of solos separately, but getting all of us together getting everybody's day together. Only yesterday we had a rehearsal, what we're going to do today. Everybody's coming from different places. So, I'm sure it's going to be a good concert, musically good concert. And again, the credit goes to HCL for bringing us all together and mostly spreading out our heritage music to people in a very easy on the plate. And I look forward to doing it.
Thank you, Rakesh, for coming to us. I would request any questions you would want to ask.
Gino, there will be something with Kaushiki ji, Fazal ji, maybe Rickraj. So things like this. We will bring you pieces, smaller pieces like this, and slowly we will come together at the end with a couple of big pieces where everybody participates.
No, you.
Sai Baba said the mind is like a monkey. So you have to, it's your choice.
And also the pieces what we have decided might not need everybody. Some pieces are like lullaby, some pieces are very soft. So if everybody is playing together, the melody dies. So the requirement.
Yeah, in today's context, we have designed it so that it is not the same sound throughout the show. See, a show is also like a theatrical production. There is a progression in the show. It goes from small to big, and slowly the attention of the audience should build up. The sole purpose of changing the sound is to hold the attention of the audience. Indeed, I'm sure Rakesh ji will agree, and I'm going to ask him to also answer the question in his own way. But we have both worked with several top-ranking Carnatic musicians, everybody from U. Srinivas to and the late U. Srinivas, who we are both fans of, to his brother Rajesh, to Maestro Shashank, to Ravi Kiranji, who are all the great artists from here. And we have done Jugalbandis with them, as well as come in the capacity of solo artists. I think the great thing about Chennai in particular, Chennai has become a center for Carnatic music. Of course, there's Bangalore also, which is very enthusiastic. But I think the amazing thing about the entire south of India is that it is culturally very active, culturally very aware, and as you said, I have seen little kids. I performed at the very music academy, very same music academy, on the 25th of December. I remember for Christmas, as part of the Margari season, which is the music season, and I have seen little kids, 8, 9 years, clapping away, and that is only seen in the south. It's a South Indian thing. Of course, in the north there are different traditions. Like if one goes to Lucknow and performs ghazals, which is very much an offshoot of the classical tradition, you will see every second person knows about Sher or Shairi and Ghalib and the traditions and Urdu and my wife is a ghazal singer, so I'm now getting into that tradition a little bit and learning some. So it's a different tradition and that milieu is there. So similarly, it's in the south where everybody understands something about it.
90% the audience are knowledgeable about the music, what we're presenting, and it's like an audition for us also to get approved or not.
So you said that you performed with, named a few Carnatic instrumentalists, but the tragic part here in the Carnatic scene is that the audience to instrumental music concert is dwindling. People are migrating more towards the vocal music. Is it happening in Hindustani?
It was always there.
You have actually hit the nail on the head. If you see, sir, instrumental music requires greater awareness. That is just simply what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Vocal music is considered more accessible because it has lyrics. If you look at the entire world, forget India, if you look at the West, you see, a popular band. If you look at, say, Pink Floyd, so they are an instrumental band and they are, the guitar. So I took that name specifically because we are all fans. We grew up listening to. So there is greater aware of instrumental music. But if you look in present times, you will see people know Justin Bieber, Adele or a Beyonce. But do we know their band members? No, we don't. And yet, if you ask any singer to just take a microphone and sing, you are yourself not going to listen. You will require. So the awareness about instrumental music is less, I would say, than vocal. Maybe because vocal music has lyrics, so people can identify with the lyrics, and you can't blame them. But I think one of the jobs that we must undertake, and this is my request to HCL concerts, and they're doing it already because they're bringing. But I think we should all work together as instrumentalists. Now this is a different agenda. It's a bit of a agenda which is a personal agenda, and I have been trying to do this myself, archiving on my own YouTube channel instrumental compositions, instrumental gharanas. Like Rakesh ji and myself, we come from the same gharana, which is the Senior Mahihar gharana, because Pandit Haripasad Chaurasia ji has learned from Annapurna Devi, who is the sister of Ustad Ali Akbar Khan Sahab, who is my guru and my father's guru. So we share. It is an instrumental gharana, and if everybody knows the name of Pandit Ravi Shankar, then they know Indian classical music through his name. So this is the gharana, which is an instrumental gharana, which has taken our music across the world. And yet today, when we put a poster of a classical concert, we put the vocalist like this, and then we put the instrumentalist. So this is something which we need to develop an awareness about, that an instrument like the sitar or the flute or the sarangi, they are lead instruments in their own right, and they deserve the same importance as vocal music.
So other way around in West, when the Indian group goes there, the instrumental is more popular because they don't understand the lyrics.
Lyrics, yeah, no, it's right.